It's the second ever pop-up summit for NeuroCreative Leadership Live. And surprise, you're watching a summit. If you weren't expecting so, but welcome, welcome, welcome. The element of surprise is here, and it's all about having ideas and taking actions as neurocreative leaders in this world. And I can't wait to introduce you, Latara. Thank you for being here. And as we get started, I just want to say that the whole point of what we're doing here is to show that neurocreative leadership isn't one person. It's stuff that's channeled through me as frameworks and pillars, but it's stuff that I've noticed that has helped me go from really stuck and scattered to being able to communicate clearly. And this is my testament to showing up and learning to talk that I wasn't shown at school. And to rein in this sort of idea of spontaneity into structure
Love
and
it.
and vice versa. And thank you, Latara. So yeah, NeuroCreative Leadership Live. These are live. They're going to be regular, popping up everywhere, and we're going to have a finale on the 9th of November, 9th of February, and it's all about natural rhythms and sustainable brilliance. And
I love that.
it's thank you. Yeah, I just so honored that you're here, Latara. I'm holding the suspense on it. And because we're wanting to also go and learn about how we rebound back into resonance rather than just
Ooh,
keep
okay.
rebounding. How do we rebound back into resonance with ourselves, with our projects, our creativity after a lot of intensity, ambition, or collapse? Uh, and we're here to help give legendary aid to modern creators
Ooh,
with sudden wisdom from the cellars of gold, from the cellars of gold in our hearts and minds. So, without further ado, I'd love to. We're doing from uh, hiding to harmony as a topic here, and we've only just come up with the title. It's so exciting to just get fresh.
I
Uh,
love it.
and
Speaking of spontaneity.
yeah, and so um, would you like to share what that means to you through what you bring to the world and why you do it, Latara?
Love it. Thank you so much, Rory. It's such an honor to be here with you on this groundbreaking occasion. And um, I really would love to just share this message out to the world because the more I work with people, the more I realize just how many obstacles are in their way when it comes to visibility. So hopefully today's share will be enlightening on that topic.
Amazing. That's sparked curiosity already. And and within that process, what why is that important? What's important about your past that as to why that's important
Mm,
for what you're bringing to the world?
okay. So when you start down the path of entrepreneurship, you are starting down the path of leadership. And the problem is a lot of people either don't know how to be visible to attract their ideal clients to them, or they're afraid of being visible. And that was me for a long time. I worked in a cubicle in an office for 18 years and interacted with the same handful of people, coworkers, day in and day out. And other than that, I was hiding. And even before that, I was a photographer. And again, I was hiding because I figured if I was on If I was behind the camera, I would never have to be in front of the camera. So this goes way back. The whole visibility thing is an evolution that I have taken ever since I started my own business.
Wow, love that. It's that's so eloquent and easy to understand and relatable as
Mm,
well. But especially from my perspective, I would hide uh, by playing guitar all the time to regulate my nervous system
mm,
because it felt
mm.
not just safe but resonant, but within my own remit of staying safe and
Interesting.
comfortable. And that's what life was about. And I think that is what life is about, to find those places of enjoying life from a place of harmony. However, that harmony, if it's in a box that is challenged for some reason by not being able to be abundant wherever we go with that harmony, that I think that's the thing that gets to be looked at, to be noticed, even though it's difficult to look at those things. I think that's yeah, I think that's really important. And it and when we get present to that and grow into what we want to grow into, not just alone, not with help, especially. I call it the Viva the coaching revolution because for a reason we get to not have to do it alone. We don't have
Mhm.
to. Yes, it's important to be strong in terms of learn to be strong for ourselves in the world, but not without a sense of connection and community.
Mhm.
Um, and what is your in a nutshell? You mentioned this sense of visibility to being seen, visibility, and not hiding anymore.
Mhm.
Is there a favorite topic in your life, regardless whether it's business or what? But is there a favorite topic? And I encourage you to be well, again with neuro-creative leadership. For me, it's about just that extra little pause to listen to what the intuition says, not just the story, the urge to prove, the urge to be logical or whatever it is. So that sense of what's a favorite topic of yours that's driven you in throughout your life that you may have not thought about that links that all together for you.
Mm. I feel like the underlying theme throughout everything that I do is based in marketing. And it's one of the things that drew me to marketing is I was starting down the entrepreneurial path, and somebody told me that no matter what path you choose, if you understand marketing, then you can be successful in whichever venture or whatever path you go down. So that's probably one of the reasons why that's so anchored in me is, get your marketing down pat and then everything else will flow. But I think also a huge aspect of everything that I do is based in creativity. If I'm not being creative, I feel stifled, I feel stagnant. Um, I feel like I'm not fully expressed, if that makes sense. So
Hmm.
if I can draw creativity and marketing together, that's where I feel like there's magic.
Love it. I love it. I love it. What I hear from that as well, that was a piece that I recognized as well, was what I call clear, conscious communication. That is a way in which all relationships can thrive through asking for feedback so that the person feels listened to. What does a product do best? It answers it answers the person feels most listened to by that product or service.
Mm,
So they feel listened to because it's talking to them in their language because of the marketing that's actually bothered to find out what they need and then say, we'll give you that. And so not just, I think this is what you want, have it. You know? And so I really got that too, that idea of marketing. I couldn't stop thinking about it from a perspective of it being used for purposes that were not actually in the best needs of the person. So like
Mhm.
unhealthy processed foods without information to say enjoy it, but it is not meant for this, and this for like 3 meals a day or whatever it is. Just the information on it is like it's sold because because they've done the marketing so well. So so when we get to heart-centered, clear communication and marketing pathways, it's beautiful because it really is then about reminding people that they can share what they want to share in the world and find the people that want it, and vice versa, the other way around, that people can find things that they do want in life and buy into those things when the right compassionate, heart-centered, creative people build products for making the world a better place and
Mhm.
focusing that on attention there. So I get passionate about it, so I couldn't help but share that.
I love it.
What's one within noticing what you who you are and whether or not you identify as neurodiverse or neurodivergent or not, I like to call neurocreativity because it's been responsible for noticing our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs and acting upon them. So neurocreative leadership is a play on a non-weighted labeling system for how we are as unique individuals. And so that neurodivergence to me is just the way we've learned to be and how we think and feel. And so whether or not you identify as neurodivergent or neurodiverse, what is a key self-care piece that you love to do that you go to that just helps you with the way you are?
Okay. Well, I don't know if I would fit into any of those categories. I like how you said it's not categorized so much with the neurocreativity. Um, I have a feeling I might have undiagnosed ADHD just because if I'm doing one thing too long, it's just I can't focus after a certain point. So what I like to do is just switch things up. So I'll work on one thing for a while, and then when my brain just starts like reiterating the same thing over and over again and it's just not clicking, I go, okay, I've reached my max. It's time to switch to something else. And I've noticed that if I switch between um, mental activity and physical activity, it really helps break it up. And that might have been why I became an entrepreneur in the first place, is because I just didn't want to sit and do the same task over and over again 8 hours a day. So
Oh,
I get to do all of these different things, and to me, I love being multifaceted. And you might be getting the feeling from me that I don't like being pigeonholed. So I
I
like
love
breaking the mold.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, be you and be into what you're creating. And uh that's I love that goal. Just replay what I heard there was alternating between physical and mental
Hmm.
tasks.
Hmm.
And I love that because that's a really simple thing to do, just to go, oh, I'm feeling like I'm slowing down here mentally, just get some movement or do something else. And that can be just to forget about it and come back, or it can be just
Exactly.
doing something that requires some action. I love it. I
Hmm.
love that. I love that. That's gold. Um, so the next question I that comes up is this idea of there being five innate awesome powers that we have as humans. As humans, if you want to identify pigeonhole yourself as a human, um,
Okay, I'll accept that one.
and so the innate powers that we have that have been found out through neurotypical data, such as science, is empathy, to want to or look out for understanding the self or others, empathy, um, curiosity. So, like, what is here? What is going on? What is this? What is that? Um, Creativity. I got two things that I just found. I'm going to see if they stick together and create something new out of their experience of other things. Um, Navigation. What's really matters? What's truly important? Why am I doing this task? What is the what's the real? Am I doing lots of tasks, or is it separately, or is it all building to something bigger that I actually truly want to, where I want to go in my life? So that's navigation. And then activation is to go in and out of flow of a task, to be absorbed by it and
Mm.
be in action. So there's five there. Which one for you landed the most?
Oh
That
boy.
is that
Ooh.
I know they're all amazing.
Yeah, this is a really good question.
But when you listen into it, here's a way that could help as well, is that it's not just an easy to go to place. It's also one that is helping you currently move through things, or that you know that you could do more practice with and you love
Mhm.
doing it too.
Okay, you're probably not going to like this answer, but I am gravitating towards two, actually. Creativity and navigation.
How
And they're
creative of you.
and they're feeding back on each other. And this is why I say this. Because navigation is important, I believe, because you could be tossing and turning like on a boat at sea, just going nowhere, and you'll never reach land. But you, if you navigate, you're going to have an intentional direction that you're going in. So eventually you will end up there, even if you have to constantly course correct. Now, the course correction is, I believe, where the creativity comes in. Because instead of saying, okay, I am going to have this and this and this by the end of this year, and it's awesome to have that laser focus, but if something isn't working out, it's it's taking this creative license to say, I'm just going to pivot just a little bit and kind of go in this direction instead because this direction is not working. So I guess the analogy would be, if you're trying to go in a certain direction on the boat and you run into a bunch of jagged islands sticking up out of the ocean, you don't want to just plow through them. You want to go around them. So this is why I like to pair those two things, because yes, it's awesome to have an intention, and intention is one of my favorite words. I feel like everything you do should have intention behind it. But you're also giving yourself that creative leeway that you can constantly pivot, you can constantly reinvent yourself. If you're going down a path of a vocation that you thought you wanted, and then years into it you're like, oh my gosh, I really don't like this, I thought I was going to love it, but it's not my passion. Give yourself that grace to say, okay, I tried this for a while, it didn't work, I'm going to go this way now.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. And I noticed how you took two things and stuck them together. Being
Creative
creative.
part of it.
Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. That's important to bear in mind that they do. It's like being aware of them separately is important. It's actually really useful to go, oh yeah, because like empathy isn't useful right now if I'm fighting off sharks. Uh, so,
Right.
but however, they do interrelate, and sometimes our habitual processes of how that interrelates can actually be where we're feeling comfortable. So we might want to actually separate them out as well. So that which is really fascinating, you know? So like separating those two powers out sometimes, slowing them down can put curiosity into play, which then changes things. And if there's something that's working but not necessarily working as well as it could, the curiosity piece comes back in to take one step back from something that you did
Mhm.
enjoy doing. So yeah, I could talk about these things
I
for
love
hours.
that. That's perfect.
Um, yeah, so we're coming up to nearly 20 minutes now, and we're keeping them nice and short and sweet so everyone has a chance to not get overwhelmed and actually have a chance to watch them, especially if people aren't aware of like how absolutely incredible you are, Latara, and I am for what we're offering. So we the shorter they are, the sweeter they are for in terms of you know sharing and caring. The more people watching something that they care about is so important rather than just idolized procrastinatory processes.
Mhm.
Um, so to laser it right now, if you're watching, comment, highlight any questions for anything, just as it comes in, it's a call to action to take an action. When you take an action with an insight and an intention, magic and things can happen. Not just magic, but um, it's real. You get real life feedback from your idea rather than it being put on the shelf and then it goes stale, and then you've got all these stale ideas I've from firsthand. So without going off on a tangent and talking too much, in a nutshell, we're going to really make it really concise from now on with the answers. You meant because we already mentioned creativity and the power of it and leadership. In fact, what would you say the most important piece that is for you, linking those two together? You've kind of answered it already, but just in a nutshell, again, what does that mean to you?
I believe leadership and creativity go hand in hand. If you're not being creative, you're not coming up with any new ideas, new, like you mentioned, connections that didn't exist before. So, um, and you're also pulling a vision out of thin air, and you're creating a container that people can move into as a leader. So you have to have that creative spark to have this vision and be able to create it into reality. So I feel like that's the magic behind leadership.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, real creativity isn't the product that we judge, but it's also the process of
Mhm.
creating, being open and creative. And then, yeah, the way I see that too is creativity is the inner work, and the leadership is what it looks like on the outer work. To,
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes. Can I say something about that?
yeah,
You're spot on. Like there are the two halves, the inner game and the outer game. So the inner game is the mindset, the creativity, the flow even, and then the outer game would be like, how are people perceiving you? Are you out there? Are you being visible, or are you hiding? Are you shrinking, or are you expanding? So yes, thank you for saying that. That was a great little golden nugget there.
yeah, awesome. And yeah, so your to round this back up round, your what would you say in a nutshell is your unique value proposition as after you've shared all these things, not just from your what you have established already, but as you've shared what insights you've even come now to understand yourself right now, your skills, your strengths that you're bringing to your life and business. What's the value that brings you the best results you've seen so far in life and business?
It's interesting that you asked this question right after the last question because that kind of leads into this. I feel like maybe you could call it my genius or my true area of expertise is helping people bring their vision into reality. And it's more than that though. It's more than just bringing your vision into reality. It's more like creating a space to allow people to become a better version of themselves.
Amazing. Amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. It's so important in these times to recognize that's available. It's again not necessarily alone time to sit trying to work it all out yourself, although that's required to do the work itself, but to be have the reminders to the questions, the curiosity. So thank you for doing what you're doing, Latara. Is there a well, I love the word call to action because it's really about the calling. If you sense a call to action, we talk about it from a marketing point of view of taking, give a call to action to see who's up for the call to take the action. And without that call to action, we are not leaders. And so when we get present to that and there's something resonant, if someone's watching and they've thought, I love that, I resonate with what Latara's journey is, there's a call, there could be a calling there some way. So what do you have on that people can interact with to know more about what you do as a call to action?
Okay. I have a course called Create a Strong Online Presence by Having a Voice. And a voice is an acronym for six strategies that you can use to gain visibility online. And the website for that is avoice.online if you're interested. And in addition to, it's a little mini course. It's got a video, a workbook, and a cheat sheet. And at the end, you can also book a call with me if you're more interested in working with me a little bit more closely to increase your visibility and get out of the overwhelm of marketing.
Hurrah. Incredible, incredible. Um, that sounds awesome, and we'll be having all that information in the dashboard on the NeuroCreative Leadership Live dashboard. And so we'll be funneling or sharing the approach to how to sign up to see the rest of these talks. And through there's a an event on LinkedIn which is going to summarize it all. And we've got a panel uh, Q&A celebration on the 9th of February as well. So if you're watching this and you're interested in getting more golden nuggets from all these talks, it's all there designed to get a full system of health, wealth, and stealth for creative flow mastery and brilliance without burnout and rhythmic leadership and all these wonderful tasty words that I could eat for breakfast.
Love it.
And and yeah, so come along, share, like, comment, any highlight, any insight when it comes. It's a call to action now to write it in the comments, to share it, see what algorithmic brings. We all get to resonate and share. And so I don't believe there's competition. What you bring, Latara, with all the way through your life up until now is the gold you bring. It's even if we had exactly the same I help statement,
Mm,
it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter
right.
because
Yes. Very good
because
point.
because it's we got an individual thumbprint, a different way of speaking. We resonate or don't. But notice where that resistance is a call to action that is not being taken and just needs a little bit of a step into, or is it an actual no? And that's okay too. So thanks for listening, everyone. NeuroCreative Leadership Live. And one last piece on this, Latara, is what what did you get out of this as a topic that lit you up,
Mm.
that you liked the most out of this?
Um, I love how I shared some of the uh thinking around these things that I have, other than um the actual like what I'm teaching to people, because the way that I view reality kind of lends to how I help people. And so I loved delving into these questions because I talked a lot more about creativity than I thought I was going to, for one thing. Uh, so thank you so much for these really insightful questions, to probably share aspects of me that my own audience doesn't even know. So,
Yeah, amazing. Love it because then when that's what people want to know what they're getting and they're not just buying a product. Some people want to just buy a product if it just meets their needs. But they're gonna out of the two choices, they're gonna want to support the person who they know a bit about at the same time.
hmm
So
hmm
so it's all helps to get present to that, I think. And
for sure.
thank you so much for being here. What I heard was creativity, and what I got from this, I'm just listening to what was my favorite thing. Um, was navigation and vision as well. So
Ooh,
I
okay.
love those two things too. So how about for the talk in May, we've done a taster roundup of questions here, but it's all in alignment to doing something even longer and a bit more value next time. So how about our next talk is to do with something, it's a mini training around creating a
Mm.
visionary navigative pathway.
Oh, I would love to. I would love to. Yes, for
Excellent.
sure.
We're going to do that then. And
Yay!
don't wait till
Fun.
May. Don't wait till May. Get some more gold from these talks, but reach out to Latara if you want to explore visibility from uh, hiding to harmony and what she does. You can get a taster from what she's offering, and and obviously, yes, you can be in touch if you want to get your projects out there without procrastination, scatter into um, laser focused action. So
Mm.
thanks again for watching and listening. See you again on another awesome talk for the NeuroCreative Leadership Live Pop-Up Summit. Surprise! You're in a summit. All the best. Much love. Take care.